Okay, we're going to try installing these exhaust flange from Twisted Development. We're gonna take off the exhaust. Hopefully we can reuse the same gasket since I only use the bike once. And we're going to take the bike to the track tomorrow. We're going to see whether or not I feel a difference. A little bit more bottom end and mid power and a little bit crisper throttle. So we'll see if this was worth it or not. Okay, so this is the old stock exhaust flange, and with the Twisted Development you have that little lip right there that sticks out, and this one is just completely round. And in the intake port, that's the shape that it has. So Jamie from Twisted Development figured that out, and he created that little edge that sticks out and matches the intake port from the engine. Okay, I'm about to show you with the flash. So look at this edge right here. Now this is what matches the intake from the engine right there, and that's what Jamie from Twisted Development figured out, and supposedly it creates more bottom end and better engine characteristics. So I'm excited to try it out. This is a $250 part that supposedly it does help, and I'm excited to try it out. And again, you can see the difference. This is just round and it does not match that port. And removing this was super easy. It's just 2 bolts that hold the flange. Then it's just 1 bolt that holds here the header. And obviously with the springs, you definitely need one of these to make your life easy to remove them. And then it was just 2 bolts right here to remove the actual exhaust. It's pretty simple. And then whenever I'm putting this back, I'm putting a blue Loctite to make sure they're not gonna come loose. So make sure you use blue Loctite on your screws to put them back, and it should be good. Okay, so here's a little update about the twisted development exhaust flange that I put in the KTM, and I definitely noticed an improvement in the low end and how quickly it picks up for the bottom. I could tell that it definitely make a difference because on my previous KTM, the last generation, I used to run the cam that is the shorter cam, this one, that it makes that you have to twist less the throttle in order to open it more. And when I got this new bike that has more power, without thinking, without even riding it, I just went back to what I was usually running, which is the shorter one. And I did 2 rides on the bike and I was fine with it. And once I installed the new twisted development exhaust flange, I could not ride the bike that good because it was just too jerky, too much power, and it was just pulling away from me. And that's like, oh wow, like I can definitely see the difference that this little guy made. I couldn't believe that it would make that much of a difference, but it actually did. So this is the old one, and obviously the other one is on the bike, but I draw this little chart that I could explain you in kind of like, this is the best way that I can explain it where it improved with the exhaust flange. Is right here in the low end. This is the power curve, and you used to take like a little bit to just get going. You'd be like, ah, while that was before, and now after with the exhaust flange, it has a more linear power, and the low end is just quicker. It responds quicker. When you turn the throttle, it just pra pra pra. It's a little bit more crispy, more responsive, and that's why I had to go to the stock cam on the throttle, because it was just too jerky and it was just wheeling everywhere. But definitely the exhaust flange definitely works. It's not too expensive. It's around $300, but it's definitely worth it. I feel if you can spend not that much money and get more crispy throttle response, like I said, especially right here in the low end. In the mid, you don't feel that much. It's just mostly right here, right where it picks up from the bottom. Because I remember also driving just in the park, just around the track. I was just cruising and I would be like, brah, 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 and really easy, brah, brah, brah. You would just want it to go quicker. And like I said, I rode the bike with the shorter throttle cam, and I was fine. But as soon as I put the exhaust flange, it definitely made the bike more jerky. I also ordered these. This is the Twin Air Power Flow kit. This is the one that eliminates the gasket, and you just get way more airflow going into the intake. And this is my first time trying this out. I never had them, but I remember my last KTM, and obviously it's anodized. You already know, baby. And on my last KTM, I would run the vented side panel, and it makes a dramatic difference in the throttle response. I notice it a lot when I brake tap in the air and you have to, gas it again, and that response, I notice it a lot. So I'm excited to try this to get a more throttle response, and that will make a even better throttle response in my opinion. So the exhaust flange, that's the first thing. I definitely saw an improvement on the low end, and I can't wait to try this one out. Next video I will post if I felt any differences, but I'm sure I will.